Welcome to Soccer Gaming, and in this episode we're going to go over how to get your stone cutting maxed out to level 200 after the 1.1.1 update. The XPs have changed since that update, so I wanted to give you an updated version of getting your stone cutting to a level 200. If you enjoy this episode, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Also feel free to hit that red subscribe button because we're going to have a ton more New World content very soon. So let's jump into this one. So first thing you might be wondering is, okay, why do I want to get my stone cutting up to level 200? And the biggest reason is going to be for cutting gems. You're going to need to get to like 200 for runestone, which these, again, in-game content is here with the runestones, but like pristine topaz, like the stuff you have to get to 150 for. There's a bunch of things you really do need to get. So you want to get this stone cutting up. And to me, I broke everything down to the bare minimum in this. So while we're going through, while I'm throwing out numbers and everything, just realize that the numbers might be big, but there is an easy way to doing this. So the first part is going to be from level 0 to level 50. So to get from level 0 to level 50, the easiest way to do it is going to be the stone block. Now, in all of these, I built in the stone block because I wanted to show you that if you just go out and hit stone, you can eventually get to 200 by just making stone blocks. Yes, it is going to be a ton of work. It's going to take a long time, but you can get it done, and it's going to be relatively cheap. You don't use anything. Like if you do stone bricks, you're using sandpaper. Lodestone, you're using sandpaper. So if you don't want to use any sandpaper, anything extra, then hit the stone block. So from level 0 to 50, you're going to need to make 391 stone blocks at 36 XP per. You're going to net 14,076 XP needed to be able to go to level 50. And to break that down, you're going to need 1,564 stone. So once you hit level 50, the next group is to go from level 50 to level 100. And again, I'm going to show you two ways of doing this. I'm going to show you the easiest way as far as like XP and everything goes, like the quickest way to get there. Then I'm going to show you the stone block way basically of doing this. So just going out and getting stone and not having to use anything else. So the first way to do it is to get 850 stone bricks at 180 XP a piece. That's going to net you about 153,000 XP to be able to get you from level 50 to level 100. And to break that down for you, you're going to need 3,400 stone blocks and 850 sandpaper. So it's going to cost you some sandpaper now to be able to upgrade these. That's why I wanted to give you another way of doing it. And that's just going to be to do the normal stone blocks. The normal stone blocks are 36 XP per. So to break that down, as far as the XP goes and everything, you're going to need about 4,250 stone blocks. So it's going to cost you about 17,000 stone in order to get from level 50 to 100. So you can go the one way with the stone brick and get there faster with the XP boost of 180, but it will start costing you some sandpaper to be able to make the stone blocks there as well. Or you could go the other route and go with the stone blocks themselves at 36 XP and build 4,250 of them. So once we're to level 100, now we're going on to level 150, and that's going to be the lodestone brick. And again, it's going to cost you sandpaper to build these, also cost you sandpaper to get the stone brick to be able to get the lodestone. Lodestone can be found around anywhere. It is kind of difficult to find and kind of expensive to buy off of the auction house. So it's one of those things that you need to be kind of saving up, because lodestone just isn't as easy as stone where you just go outside and grab it. You have to know the locations of the lodestone to be able to get lodestone. Now to break this down, we're going to do 772 lodestone bricks at 1,539 XP per. It's going to net you the 1.1 million XP that you need to be able to go from level 100 to level 150. To break that down for you with the 772 lodestone bricks, you're going to need 4,632 lodestone itself, 1,544 stone bricks, which again is sandpaper. And then on top of that, you're going to need 772 fine sandpaper in order to build the lodestone bricks. But as I said, we're going to break it down and make it easier for you in every single one with just the stone blocks. It doesn't cost you anything but stone. But in order to do this, you're going to need 33,003 stone blocks. So 33,003 stone blocks at 36 XP is going to net you the 1.1 million XP that you need to go from 100 to 150. And then to break that down into stone, you're going to need 132,012 stone. So a ton of stone, but again, it can be done over a period of time. Doesn't have to be done all at once, mostly because you can't carry 132,000 stone. But that could get you from level 100 to level 150 without using any sandpaper or anything like that. So the next section is from level 150 to level 200. And this is where it gets pretty crazy because you're going to need about 9.8 million XP. So we're jumping from, what was the last one? 1.1 million, I think. Now we're jumping all the way to 9.8 million. And I'm going to show you again a couple of ways of doing this. So we could do either the lodestone brick like we were doing before. Again, it's going to be expensive when it comes to finding lodestone, and then it's getting expensive on the sandpaper as well. But if you wanted to go this route, it's going to cost you about 6,366 lodestone bricks at 1539 XP. It's going to be 9,797,274 XP. And to break that down, you need 38,200 lodestone, 12,732 stone brick, which again is sandpaper. And then on top of that, you're going to need the 6,366 fine sandpaper in order to build the lodestone brick. The other way we could do it is actually the obsidian void stone, which you actually unlock at 150. Going down here to the obsidian void stone, and this is where it's going to kind of get expensive as well too. You're not only going to need sandpaper, you're going to need the lodestone bricks, and then on top of that, you're going to need even some lodestones here that you can find from just picking stones and everything along the way. In order to do this, you need 1,061 obsidian void stone at 9,240 XP per craft. That's going to net you the 9,803,640 XP needed to go from 150 to 200. To break that down into lodestone, you're going to need 41,297 lodestone, 13,058 stone bricks, 6,529 obsidian sandpaper. To do all this, you don't necessarily need the sandpaper to be obsidian, but you do need a high sandpaper to help you build along the way. Then you're going to need 1,061 fine sandpaper and 1,061 putrid lodestone. So it doesn't have to be putrid lodestone, it could be any of these, but you need some lodestone. And as you can see, I haven't used any of these lodestones yet, and I have nowhere near 1,061 combined. So it's something that's going to be kind of expensive. You might even have to go to the auction house to buy them if you don't have them available. And again, as I said, I'm going to break it down to the most simple thing in the stone bricks. Now, the stone bricks are going to get absolutely insane. The numbers I'm going to throw out are just going to be astronomical, but we're going to do it anyway. So in order to build all the way up to the XP needed, you're going to need about 272,147 stone blocks made. And to break that down in the stone, you're going to need 1,088,588 stone to be able to make the 272,147 stone blocks. And now we're done. We're at 200. If you decide to go with just stone block, I just wanted to throw this out here. I like showing you guys the math. I like showing you guys what's going on, how astronomical some of these numbers are. So if we go from level 0 to level 200, just making these stone blocks, you're going to in total make 309,748 stone blocks. And that's going to be 1,238,992 stone that you need to go out and mine to be able to make those stone blocks. Make sure you comment down below. Let me know if you have any questions. I love to answer the questions. I love to engage with you guys in the comment section. So any comments you got, make sure to throw them down below. If you guys like this episode, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Also, feel free to hit that red subscribe button because, again, a ton of new world content coming out very soon. and we're just going to keep piling on the New World content until everyone's a pro at New World. Till next time, Slacker out.